when you look at the Buffalo Bills, Keon Coleman and all of these cats, in the end, it comes down to James Cook and Josh Allen, and primarily Josh Allen. And the defense in Buffalo ain't much to write home about right now. So all of a sudden, you know where that leaves us, ladies and gentlemen, in all likelihood? Unless you are a believer in the Indianapolis Colts, because one could easily make the argument that they're the most well-rounded team in the National Football League when you consider the way that Daniel Jones is playing, when you consider their weapons at wideout, when you consider Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield, when you consider how they play defense, how physical they can be. One could easily make the argument that the Indianapolis Colts are the team to beat in the AFC if you believe in Daniel Jones. But if you still need proof, if you still want to be suspect on him, because you remember all of those years of futility when he was a New York Giant, fine. Then you know what that has to concede? You have to concede that the Kansas City Chiefs have emerged once again as the team to beat in the AFC. That's what you have to do. They ain't even in first place in the AFC West. Yes, they opened the season with a loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil. But the bottom line is the way the Kansas City Chiefs looked on Sunday night against the Detroit Lions, knowing that Rashee Rice is finally coming back after his 6-game absence, you actually have to look at the Kansas City Chiefs right now as the number one threat in the AFC, unless you're gonna show a willingness to give that kind of love to Daniel Jones. It's the only way it works. It's the only way it works. There's no other way to slice this. Okay? And I don't blame you right now. In my power list, my power rankings, et cetera, I would tell you right now, you put the Colts up there first. You could have the Colts as the number one or the number two team in the entire NFL in your power rankings. It's between them and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But Kansas City's got to be in that equation. When you consider the fact that they're coming and you know they've been there before because they've got Patrick Mahomes, because they have Aaron Reed, because you still have a veteran in Travis Kelce, because you have Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy and now Rashee Rice expected to be on the field together for the first time since they played in a Kansas City Chiefs uniform. And this cat Thornton is no scrub. And Juju Smith-Schuster is a veteran, even when he's getting slapped upside his head by that Cat Branch from the Detroit Lions, who ultimately is going to incur a 1-game suspension if he hasn't already. So you look at all of those things that's going on right now, and the fact remains that the Kansas City Chiefs, even if you don't have them as a top 2 team in your rankings, the fact remains you have to look right now at the Kansas City Chiefs on the come up and conclude they're the top threat.